Hello again. So, if you're watching this, it means I've made a second part of the tycoon system I was making. A quick recap, I was trying to make a game for once. I have never made an actual game before. So I said I'm gonna make the simplest type of game as my first test, which is a tycoon game. In the first part, I showed that I made a working claiming of a tycoon and the system of how it would be removing the player that was leaving and resetting the tycoon and this working, you could click on it and it would drop stuff. Also this could give you cash. Teams are working correctly, conveyors working correctly, and so let's go ahead and try it. So the tycoon script will run the second, like the tycoon progression script will run the second that a player claims a tycoon. So let's go ahead and try it. So as you can see, I have buttons, and here it says dropper 2, 400 cash. Here, small balls, 400 cash. As you can see, I have a lot of money. That is because I have tested it multiple times and I have gained a bunch of money. As you can see, I can claim. Also, conveyor belt is working correctly. Yep. This is working correctly, and this is working also. As you can see, it's gonna make us some cash now. Okay, so as you can see, we have two buttons. We have dropper 2 and we have small wall. That is because we have two main branches of buttons that we are running, and that is the tycoon buttons that will be helping you progress with the droppers, upgraders, conveyor belts, etc. And secondly, we have the build buttons that help you with the building of the tycoon, such as building walls, and also another type of thing added is interactables, which basically what they do is stuff you can buy, which are builds, but they also have scripts inside them. Example, laser door, example, weapon giver, example, uh, draw painter, which you can draw paints, example, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and try. Let's go ahead and buy Jobber 2. As you can see, now we have two options. We have Jobber 3 and Jobber 4. Why is Jobber 4 for 250? I don't know. Let's go ahead and buy it though. U2. Now we have the upgrader, which upgrades our drops. He has a 1.5 multiplier. Same with this. So as you can see, now we're gonna be gaining some pretty good cash. It's pretty good. And now let's go ahead and buy the build route. So we put the small wall, which as you can see builds a small fence around the whole tycoon. Now let's buy the medium walls. It does like a glass plus some height. Maybe they can still jump over it, so it's not really safe. It also adds a see-through glass, which you can see outside of. Now let's buy the high walls. High walls completely make it so it's hard to jump through. I mean, yeah, you can still jump through for now, but it's kind of hard to jump through. It just adds the top layer, which after this top layer will be added, the ceiling will be added with the second floor. Let's go ahead and also, as you can see, that's the second floor. Again, two buttons. Uh, this is an interactable, which is the laser door. As you can see, we have a laser door now. It doesn't kill me. I can also activate and deactivate it. It has now it doesn't listen for a hitbox touch function that would kill the player that is entering that is not the owner. Now it is listening to it. It also adds to the kills value if we get a kill from this. And now let's go ahead and buy the second floor. As you can see, now we have a second floor. And now they can completely not jump and go inside unless you obviously go here. So you will need also additional walls here to make it completely invader proof. Also, we will need some lights, which I will be adding in a second. Oh, in a second, I'm not gonna be adding anything now because adding stuff the way I have made it is very optimized, is very cleanly, is very scalable, but it's a fucking pain. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I do it actually. Um, so as you can see, I have been printing stuff over here. So what is this, for example? Let me open everything. So as you can see, we have a dictionary, and it says offset, which gives a C frame, type, which gives the type of the object that the button will be buying. For example, interactable is a laser door. This is the build, upgrader, jobber, build. There's no name because the name is actually the key of the dictionary that has another dictionary inside of it. Uh, and we can access it in the code correctly. We don't print it though. We don't really need to be printing it for now. We can access it perfectly fine. I'm just printing the stuff inside, for example, jobber 1, jobber 2, I mean. And yeah, so as you can see, we have types. This is an interactable. Just door, we have builds, and we have upgrades and droppers. Upgrades and droppers take part of the tycoon route, which is here, tycoon route, and build and interactable take part of the build route. And so I'm gonna show you the how my workspace looks. So if I go ahead and pause the game, also as you can see here, reset jobbers, spawn progression, interactables, money givers, clean parts, conveyor parts, upgraders. So this does show correctly. So let's go ahead and refresh that. So I'll go ahead and show you my workspace. So out of the script service, we have a folder called modules and initiator. Now, what an initiator does basically, uh, any module that's inside the modules, if it has an init function, meaning it's probably a service that runs asynchronously to the game and just happens to be there. For example, data store. For example, tycoon controllers. We initiate it from here, just like that. Let's close this. Now, inside the modules, we have the main game system. As you can see, we have build module. I don't even know what this does actually. Oh, so what this does is basically when we're gonna be making a new build, we do build done new, and this way I basically did this. What the fuck? Oh, I basically did this so I could be painting stuff mostly. I don't really need to build anything else for. Yeah, this is the build model. Also, as you can see, I'm using OOP, coding language type method, something like that. So now the main code. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna show you the Tycoon controller first, which is this. Uh, what it does is basically makes tycoons according to what is in the workspace at the start of the game, and then detects for players when leaving and resets their tycoon. So it's a controller. Now the main code is actually inside the tycoon module. It's all of this crap. I'm actually gonna go search for something. Oh, okay, no, we do add this. Um, Well, yeah, and to paint everything, we can just do, we can, for example, do for IV. Yeah, I mean, not really, because okay, I haven't really gone too deep into this yet. It was actually the next thing that I would do is a color palette interactable type thing. So I would be able to color stuff, but that's the next thing I'm gonna do basically. So I'm gonna go through this in a day, actually, not now. And yeah, this is the tycoon model. I'm not gonna go into details to what it does, but it's the main idea. So I'm gonna close models for now. You don't really need to see anything else. So let's go into the settings, which is actually the hard part. So I described that as a pain to actually add anything new, and the reason is because so this is the thing that you have to do every single time you add something. You're gonna be going here, and you're gonna be adding the button, and it's offset according to the tycoon, which you're gonna be grabbing using this command and printing it here and pasting it there. And then you're gonna also be setting a cost, the thing, the object that you're trying to get, which you're gonna get below. Um, as you can see, you can find the objects here that you can buy and place. Again, offset, which is according to the tycoon. So it doesn't matter where the tycoon is, it's still gonna work because this is from object space. And then we have the types, which is, this is what we were printing basically. And the max IDs is basically just to know whenever, for example, if we're here and this is the max ID, it means don't go to 5. No, this is max. Also, need to change the price here because Dropper 4 was for 250. Yep. So how much do I make it? I mean, if Dropper 3 is 750 and Dropper, okay, how good is Dropper 4? It's actually not even good. It needs like 17, and I'm gonna make like 1,000 maybe. Yeah, no, 1,050 actually, 1,050, 500. There we go. Yeah, and yeah, you also have types again, and yeah, these are the settings for the blue tycoon. We're gonna have multiple settings for multiple tycoons because we're gonna have different themes. For example, we might have a weapon system or a weapon in a rack here themed for the blue team. Blue team might be, for example, I don't know, Among Us. So we're gonna have like the Among Us and knife, whatever. I don't even know if they have knives and guns. And the other thing you can have like Spider-Man, for example. So yeah, this is it. We also have the objects here. We have the tycoon inside objects. It doesn't really need a folder because it's just a tycoon. Same with the button. And our workspace looks like this. We have a spawn location base plate and the tycoons and also tycoon inside of it. This is the default one. And yeah, this is the script. Hope you enjoyed seeing this showcase. And tomorrow I might actually add the color palette, might add some stuff to the second floor, might add like a weapon rack here themed for multiple um, tycoons. And yeah, sounds like that. Again, thank you for watching and see you.